Welcome to the Broski Dills podcast, the best podcast in all of the land. Is your boy Kiko Flo, Kiko Cervantes, the Latin boy with the accent. And along with me, like always, is Chef Maurice, the best chef.
I like...
Oh, tell me.
The best chef in the land.
In the land, yeah.
No, I was going to say that I like your new intro for yourself.
Yeah, I like the little tag.
Yeah.
The Latin boy with the accent. So I'm going with that. I'm hoping this is the thing that breaks us, that puts us out there. And yeah, Chef Maurice, renowned.
The boys with the accent.
The boys with the accent. That could be like a little thing, you know, like the Broski Doodles, the boys with the accent. I like it.
Right.
I mean, we gotta own it. Otherwise, people can just make fun of it. It's like Eminem in 8 Mile. You gotta own it.
Aren't we owning it? Like, this is how we talk. Like, we're not... It's not like after we turn the cameras off, our accent is just fucking perfect.
No.
English.
What I mean by owning it is like... Sometimes people might think that we're being coy and that we feel that others don't see our accent. And this is just a way of saying, hey, no, fam. We know we got some. We know they thick. So yeah, with the accent boys. We're working with the names. But Chef Maurice, I'm happy today because after I finished recording this podcast with you today, I'm going to watch the last episode of White Lotus. The third season.
Lotus, you see, our accent is not perfect.
No, but that wasn't even a bad accent. That's more like I'm British. Like White Lotus.
Lotus.
The lettuce. Hey, can I get the white lettuce? The lettuce? The lettuce, motherfucker. So White Lotus, which by the way, you know how I'm kind of strict on TV shows. Like if they bad, I tell you right away, I ain't with the fake shit. I ain't with the fake news. Okay? So when a show is good for me, it means a lot. I'm not trying to say I'm a connoisseur of cinematic adventures and that I'm actually somebody you can trust when you're searching for something that you want to watch. Kind of, yeah. I don't want to brag, but I do have a good taste when it comes to cinematic excitement. So White Lotus, really good. I'm going to watch the last episode, which I think is going to bring all the story and tie it up together nicely. The director is a guy called Mike White, who actually was the one who also wrote, if I'm not mistaken, and directed The School of Rock with Jack Black, a classic, and other shows. He did other shit that was really good. But Mike White, he's the one that creates White Lotus. And what do you think about it? Have you watched any of the seasons before?
I've seen season 1 and 2, not 3. I haven't seen 3 yet, mainly because I don't have HBO.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll watch it when I get like a free trial or something.
Okay, and you like the previous ones?
I do. I had a favorite. Like season 1 was my favorite. I wonder why, but
why?
Who was acting there?
Oh, that was one of the first sort of big roles for Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney,
yeah. Oh yeah,
she was also in the. She was doing the show with Zendaya.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name. I never watched that show. I just feel like
it's
that
good.
show
is
good. I just felt like
it's gonna make you feel things.
At 35 years old, me watching that it just feels wrong.
It's gonna make you feel things.
No, I don't want to feel things because I understand it's a high school. I mean, that's just not the thing. Euphoria is the name. But yeah, I'm going to finish that one. And I've been watching a lot of things recently, not because I'm unemployed, but just because I'm, investing time in what really matters, which is documentaries. I watched a really good one that's called The Scheme, again in HBO. This is one that you got to watch when you do get that free trial. And it was about this kid that came from a basketball family. He wasn't, that good to sort of pursue a professional career, but he was really good at the whole part of like finding the good players in high school and being able to sort of place them with different colleges, right? And you know how it works, like in college, I don't know if this changed, but with basketball or football, you cannot pay the student athletes, right? Because they're amateurs, but the schools make billions of dollars with the sports. So there's this whole debate, and maybe you can correct me. From what I understand, they still cannot be paid, or maybe this changed. Maybe they can get brand deals, right? But not paid directly. So whatever. The dog was about this guy who was sort of set up by the FBI so he can give names of coaches that would get paid to sort of get kids inside their program. Because you know what happens is agencies start paying these kids when they're in high school and giving them money, so that when they end up signing with the college, or even better, they get to pro, they get a cut of that. And I mean, it was kind of like an entrapment, because the FBI was trying to set him up, because the guy was like, look, I don't need to pay the coaches. I can get the players. And they're like, no, you need to pay the coaches. Pretty much they were trying to like, and I don't know if you heard about this news when it came out, where like some coaches were being paid by certain people so that they could, take kids and put them in their college. And it was kind of like it's true that the players get paid, but the coaches don't really get paid. It's the kids that get paid. But has this changed? Can the student athletes get paid in college, sports now?
They can. Now they're getting millions of dollars. It's crazy.
So they can get like sign-in bonuses.
Yeah, everything changed like 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, now they can get bonuses, and then they can do endorsements. Like I don't know if you remember when they had the college football video game in the early 2000s. They wouldn't display the name of the athletes or the players. So it would be you playing with the University of Miami, but none of the players had the name. They would have the numbers, the qualities, but it wouldn't be their name and likeness. So now the new game that just came out last year, the names are on the back. So now every athlete that gave their name out for the fucking game,
the game gets paid.
And then some get more than others, but I think there's a base to it. Like everybody starts like at $2,000. I don't know how much it is, but it's not a lot of money also.
That's pretty cool though, because that makes sense, right? Like before it was all like this thing they had to do with clandestine, and this is just like, it makes sense. Like it's fair. These kids are supposed to gonna be big, and for some reason in the US they love college sports. Do you know why this is?
The love for the college game? I don't know. I think it's just sports. I don't know. Maybe
as a sports fan, normally you want to watch the best form of that sport, right? Which will be pro football, pro basketball. But I understand like people that watch, especially like college football, there's like a certain thing where they enjoy seeing the kid before he becomes a huge thing, and you see him in a more organic league where I guess teams are more balanced, but even then, aren't there like 2 or 3 schools that are sort of like the kings? And then I don't know, like, do you know anything about this? Like, for example, football in college?
I don't know why it's big, but I think
it's
it also
huge
has
though,
to do
right?
with,
Like people love it.
It is huge. It's huge, and it's even bigger in states that don't have pro teams. Like I don't know, like Oregon, for example, they don't have a pro NFL team.
Oh, I see.
They really love this, the
that's
school.
why it's big, because like it represents a lot more people in the country, right?
Right.
We forget that not every city has a team.
Right. Exactly.
Like a pro team.
Exactly. There's some cities that are blessed with all the teams, but there's some cities, I don't know, like in Nebraska, that don't have a pro team.
That's why normally it's more like the Midwest where this college football thing is.
I think it's bigger. It's big everywhere, but I think Midwest and the South, like places like Alabama, has very good teams. Mississippi,
like for example, Alabama have a baseball, like a pro football team.
No, they don't have any pro.
Right, so it makes sense that you're like, hey, we want to have college teams, and that's how you have fun. And you root for your people, and you even have a bigger connection because, like, it's your actual city, not like even the state. It's your actual city that you follow that team.
You remember when we were in high school, and then there were seniors that were going to Florida State or the University of Florida, University of Miami. So those are like the 3 biggest schools in Florida, but there was that rivalry of like Tallahassee or Gainesville or Miami.
Right. UF or the Canes.
Right, and then it just became like a sports thing, and people, I since I love sports, I do have a favorite team. That doesn't mean I went to that school, right? But I like University of Miami, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
never went there. I was too poor to go there.
You know what? Like I remember one time, I went to like the community college, like you did, in Broward. But I had some friends that went to like UF, University of Florida, and I went like to visit,
To visit,
and
yeah.
I went to a game, and I saw that like, when you get to Gainesville, you're like, this is a little town. I mean, maybe it's grown since then, but I was
No,
like,
it's still the
this is a
same.
little ass town with like 3 roads, and you could really feel like the Ivy League style of that school, the drinking, like it was like literally like like one of those college movies that you would
Right.
watch. Like I really felt that, and
Well, the cities like or towns like that, they're known as college towns.
college towns. And the thing is, I never experienced that. And when I went and I saw it, I'm like, damn, this shit is fire. And I
Right.
can see how if you go to like a really good school and you graduate from there, you sort of have this link, this bond with that school. And I can see how now forever you're gonna rep that college when it comes to
Right.
sports.
Because
And
it made you who you
yeah,
are.
yeah. Now you're like a major in
Engineer.
yeah, no, or like Asian art, and you work at Popeyes or whatever, But hey, you got your
You
education there,
rep.
right? But like, there's people that are like, oh, UT or whatever, or I rep, whatever University of
Yeah,
Alabama. I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that's
I
that's gotta be
think
cool. Like we didn't have that. We're like, oh yeah, we rep Broward
Broward
Community
College.
College. Yeah. What's your what's your mascot?
Do you remember how they used to call BCC? No,
Remind me.
one of the nicknames it was Beer Can College.
Oh shit. I remember sparking the Doofskies in the parking lot. So yeah,
And
I didn't take advantage of
do
the
you remember?
university.
I don't know if we should give that much information, but this college that we went to was adjacent to our high school,
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, a branch
and
of it. Yeah.
the one of the branches, right? When you popped the Doofskies, did you do it in that parking lot? Give it a
No,
middle finger
no.
to high school?
But I did it after. Like when I went to the other actual college away from the high school. But there was this little lake around there because it was a library where even you and me
Right.
went there sometimes to do the little doopskis. But anyways, talking about doopskis and dapskis. So I watched that show. I watched the Willie Mays documentary on HBO. Amazing. I recommend it. I'm watching the Celtics
A
documentary
lot of sports.
that's on HBO. Yeah, and actually today I'm checking now, but if I'm not mistaken, the Celtics doc has a new episode today, which is and it's really good, man. Like even if you don't like the team, like just how they talk about the different tournaments and how different teams came to be and how the race thing was an issue because like the Celtics, they were more white players than other teams, but they still had black players, and the black players that they did have really loved the team. But it's Boston, so there were some tensions in the 70s, 80s. That's where I'm at right now. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of those docs. Like I said, White Lotus, and yeah, that's it. What about you?
Do you like documentaries that go behind the scenes? So, like for me, I love seeing the behind the scenes of how a team is run. And let's say in
Okay,
sports, let's say in music or in the movies, like the behind the scenes, like what goes behind everything that we don't see
right.
that makes like a sporting team make a decision on a player, or how does a team like? Do you like that insight
I
into
do on
this
certain things. For
information?
example, recently I watched a documentary on Hans Zimmer, who's a composer for movies. So he does the music for, Gladiator, Interstellar, Batman: The Dark Knight, Inception,
Big
Dunkirk,
movies.
Dune. Yeah, he's done, all these movies. And you never think about. I mean, I'm a musician, and I kind of obsess over things that I find. And for a while, I've been sort of like obsessed with what they call a score in a movie. The score is the music, and it really makes the movie, you know. And Hans Zimmer is one of them. I also saw a documentary on another guy that's called John Williams, who's also a composer for movies. He did Jaws, E.T., Star Wars. And yeah, that's like behind the scenes of how you make movies and shit. I like that behind the scenes of how they made albums. Like there's one good one of the Beatles where it shows you how they made that 1970 album, if I'm not mistaken, in you know, the London studio. So yeah, I like those type of things. Not always about sports, the behind the scenes. I like more like when they just tell you all the highlights and how everything happened and came together, and they just package it in a very nice thing. Because, you know, I'm not a Celtics fan, so I don't need to know all the bits and pieces. But they give you enough to get attached to the things and the tournaments they almost won, and the problems that they had, and like a player that was going to come but then didn't. So all that is pretty fire.
When you're watching like a sports documentary, do you like when there's like that player coach dispute in like a little office? Like, do you like seeing that, or would you rather not, like, keep it in the back? Like, it's
No,
not important.
That's fine. I mean, it depends on the whole doc and what direction it takes. But a specific scene like that, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, I love that movie Moneyball. Moneyball.
Okay.
That's the accent,
Money.
boys, right there. The Moneyball, which was really good. And that was like very, you know, what they call inside baseball type shit. So, but I just like interesting stories, you know. Last night I started watching. I mean, this is on a whole nother side, but I started watching one on the Oklahoma City bombing, and the guy that did it, Timothy McVeigh.
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, and he was like this extremist, you know, organization. So I started watching that, and I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." And I never knew how huge of an explosion it was until I saw it. I'm like, "Damn, this thing is it was like it's crazy." So yeah, I've been watching a lot of things.
I remember this stories because I remember the day he was legally unalive.
Oh, okay, delete it.
So because I remember that was big news back then.
Oh shit.
And I remember that there were cameras outside of the prison, and they would be like, all right, 10:15, he should be getting the first injection. 10:18, this is how she should be feeling. So like it'd be like 10:20. At this point, we believe that he's
Right.
passed into but I remember that vividly. That's why I remember the name. So when you said the Oklahoma thing, I remember his name right away. Crazy.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like there's certain states, and I mean, I don't want to really
2001.
get into politics, but you know the deletion penalty. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
A lot of states in the U.S. have it, and yeah, man, in certain states you fuck around and you find out. Like I think
They're
even
not fucking around.
Even in the state of New York, like the judge. I mean, I don't know if this is real, but I read it somewhere. But, you know, now everything's fake. You know, the whole Luigi Manluigi situation in New York.
Yeah. I remember him.
They're saying that either the judge or the prosecutor wants to throw, like, you know, the penalty, the deletion penalty on him. And I wasn't certain that in New York they had it because it's a more liberal state. So, but I didn't know if they had the deletion penalty. But if you do some shit like in Alabama, Oklahoma, you know, places like that. Yeah.
I didn't I send you a video not long ago
Damn.
that this person wanted to be or was I don't know if we can talk about this on YouTube.
Yeah. Like he was a person that was in death row. I think that word fucks it all up. Anyways, the YouTube doesn't show this podcast to anyone, so it's already fucked. Anyways, but look, so. Yeah, the story was this guy was in death row and he said, look, when it comes time, I want to do it the old-fashioned way.
Right, he had 3 choices of how he wanted to.
He actually had the choices. Okay.
Yeah,
which is the chair, the magical chair, right? No?
Right. The magical chair.
The Ozempic, right?
Correct.
And then this third one was the shooting wall.
The Wall.
Okay,
Yeah, and he chose.
The Wall.
What would you have chosen?
I would choose The Wall as well, but mainly because I'm a Pink Floyd fan. So,
Mm.
I mean, it is pretty gangster to go out like that.
It, it is gangster, to be honest.
I mean, like that's straight up the Godfather, scene. So, like, yeah, I mean, and is it faster? I mean, I think the easiest one is the Ozempic, right? So Timothy McVeigh had it easy. It's kind of like you sleepy time, sleepy time.
The magical chair it's gnarly. It's crazy.
That one doesn't seem like it's fun.
It's like I mean, it's a shitty way to go for
But
sure.
also, it could be like a last sort of exciting adventure because the other day I was disconnecting
Bro,
the hair.
you're
The hair.
gone like fried chicken,
No,
dude.
but listen, I was removing the hair blower from the outlet in the bathroom. Because you know how girlfriends and wives leave the hair blower, the hair dryer, whatever. And I took it out. And as soon as I took it out, I kind of touched the end of it, and I guess it still had some remaining electricity from the outlet. And bro, it gave me a little push
A
ignition,
wake up.
like bam. So the magic share is probably like that, but even stronger.
Did you ever see The Green Mile?
Yeah, I was just thinking
Every
about that scene at the end when
every
the
s-
mother when
every
the
time we talk
motherfucker
about
doesn't wet the sponge.
right,
And
right.
then it's literally like fried chicken style. Yeah. Air fryer.
Every time I hear the magical chair, I think about that scene or that
No,
movie.
if you haven't seen The Green Mile, I was about to say 8 Mile, which is also a good movie, but it's totally different. The Green Mile, amazing movie with Tom Hanks.
He's one of the officers,
He's one of the
like policeman,
no, he's one of the guys that works in the jail,
right?
correction officer. That movie is really good. I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, it is really good. I forgot his name. That he opens his mouth and his like all the black
Yeah,
flies come out of his mouth.
yeah,
Great movie. Great movie.
great movie. I'm not gonna spoil it. If you haven't watched The Green Mile, watch it. Yeah. So another thing that I've been watching is
Very dark.
that movie, right?
Or this conversation.
Why? We're talking about nice stories and shit, nice movies.
Timothy McVeigh.
There's a new movie by Tom Hanks that's it's called like Time Here. I'll tell you right now. It's called shit. But it's like one of those movies that I haven't watched yet because I know I gotta be ready for like a little crying.
Mm.
It's called Here, and it's like filmed from a perspective where like you see a house and people in that house grow up from little to be old, and then I guess be deleted, by life type shit, by biology because you're old. And these days, those type of movies kind of get me sad. So I'm trying to
Because it's coming
avoid,
for us.
because it's coming.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. Can't stop addicted to it. You can't stop it. So I'm trying to delay it.
As
then
much
to
as
do-
possible.
But then to delay it, you gotta delay gratification in your life. You gotta eat better. You gotta let go of the vices. You gotta be one with nature, man.
Are you willing to give up any of your vices? Would you
I
give
am.
any? Would you give up any of your vices?
Well, does it count if I'm lowering on the vices? Like I'm eating,
Lowering.
like I still eat shit sometimes, but I eat better, and I don't drink as much.
Can you quit them cold turkey?
I mean, the food I keep trying, but it's hard. I mean, can I stop drinking altogether? I drink so little these days.
But cold turkey is like you wake up one day and you're like, never again.
I mean, I would love to think I could do it, but no, I've tried it so many times that I know it's a process. It's got to be a process for me. I don't think I could do it cold turkey. I wish I could.
If you go back, if you don't stop, let's say one day you stopped doing something, like let's say drinking, but just not for any reason in particular. Just one day you stopped, and then you came back to it. Let's say a year and a half later, and then you're just doing it heavy now, but not knowing that you could stop at any minute. Then one day you just wake up and you do the same process again. You stopped, and then but this time instead of 1 year, it's gonna be 2 years. And then you just do the 2 years, binge really hard.
And is this like a personal story?
No,
like,
no.
What the fuck is this, bro?
I'm trying to make up this story in my head.
Like, is this like you trying to do like a schedule that could work for you? Like, hey, no, I could stop for a year and then I come back hard 2 years.
When does it become a problem?
Well, it's a problem. I mean, I drink. I mean, I used to drink like a beer or two every day.
Okay.
Now I drink a beer or two once a week. Okay.
So you drink one beer 1 week.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3 beers every week.
In 1 week. Okay.
Or glasses of wine. And the wine in Europe. So, I mean, is that quitting advice? No, but I would say it's, it's hurting
Taking it down.
Yeah, it's beating it down to the ground. So, I don't know. I mean, what can you say, for example, to a mother that has like 3 kids, is trying to get by in the airport, and she's like, I need to have, a little white wine real quick because Kyle is about to make me go crazy. So sometimes the vice could be helping you. I mean, I'm not saying that's the case most of the times, but I'm not trying to justify me either. But yeah, no, I get where you're going.
I don't know, man.
So
I don't know anything, bro.
I don't know anything, bro. Look, going back to White Lotus, I recommend it. There's a scene where 2 brothers do spicy things.
Don't spoil it for me.
I know, but it's gonna make you feel things. And one of
good
those
things or bad things?
Kinky things. And one of those brothers is the son of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So watch out for that.
Son of who?
of Terminator. You know damn well who he is. So how are you preparing for... You piece of shit. How are you preparing for your move from San Francisco, the land of the free, the land of the versatile, the land...
Oh, shit.
Of the...
Damn.
Of the home alternatives.
I just opened a thing. Remember I was telling you before that I was finding old stuff?
Right, because you're moving, you're packing, you're finding old trash.
I found this. I don't want to give out the name of our high school, but I found this.
Oh, our high school diploma. I actually just had it recently in my hands because I sent it to my parents in the U.S. so they could get it notarized so that I can actually prove in Spain that I graduated high school. So...
You're not an illiterate fuck.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to prove now. High school. I also have my little medal when I graduated. Me and Chef Maurice graduated together in high school.
Damn, who's this fucking handsome boy?
That's you?
That's me, bro.
Damn, it really looks like your son.
Damn, I gotta show it to the wife.
Yeah, show it to the wifeski.
Maybe she will stop saying that he looks like her.
Is that a fight with parents? Like a real fight? Or is it dumb?
I don't care.
You don't care?
I think it's dumb. Okay. I don't care.
You don't care?
I mean, I chose her because she's also beautiful. Not only in the outside, but in. So if she's beautiful, my son's gonna be fucking beautiful.
Right. And you're beautiful.
Thank you.
So
I'll take that.
and good hairline. How are we looking on the hairline?
It's looking good.
Looking
A
good.
little.
I was
I
noticing
got.
a little bit of an internal on my left one. Like I can see where he's gonna go when he goes, but it's still holding strong.
I have the same. I don't want to. I don't want to give you shit. I have a little bit more, right? So I have this
A little more what? White hairs
of the hairs
of the white hairs.
of the regular hair. So anyways, my point is that I have to comb it in a way that you don't see the.
Okay, but what I'm trying to understand is what you're telling me is that you have less like the road is getting cut off a little more.
A little, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So I have to I do a little trick with my other hair.
right. No, what you
So
and me
you
are
don't see
doing
it.
is I'm not cutting it when I get my hair cut. I don't cut it on the top so that I can use that volume to cover the little holes that are starting to appear. And then on top of that, we're also getting the white hairs. And
I have a lot.
I'm still thinking because I have it on my Amazon cart.
Okay.
Because I'm not getting it in the top yet, just in the beard. So I got the little thing that I can just buy and apply it myself. And I found the right color because if it's too black, you can notice it. I gotta get it like brown,
Oh my God.
dark brown. So I'm still like thinking about it. Should I, do my beard? Like, should I paint it or should I just go white hair, wisdom, fox,
I remember when you did it a month or so ago that you painted it. If you wouldn't have mentioned anything, I wouldn't have noticed, and I think
Okay.
that's good.
Okay.
I think that's good.
Because it's not like a too much of a change.
Right. It's not a drastic change.
Right.
I think that if you want to keep doing it, you should go for it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think the white is getting more noticeable on you,
Damn.
and then that's just if you want to. Like, you look
Right.
a little bit older.
Okay. Shit.
Not much older. Not much older. A couple of years older.
I did hear that 35 is like a benchmark, not a benchmark, but like a moment in your life when you all of a sudden turn a lot of years older. Like 35, 70, there's like these numbers where like at 35 you go from looking 30 to 40 quick.
From 30 to 40. Damn, so I'm 36 now.
Oh shit.
I'll
Yeah,
be
so you're-
37.
Yeah, you're like pretty much in your deathbed. Deathbed.
Fuck.
Macbeth. Yeah, right now you should just start calling up like, where it is you want to be deposited at the end of your journey. And
I should
start
start
paying
doing
for
the research.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this. Like the economy is so bad that it probably makes more sense to start putting money into departure
Right.
storage rather than like a house.
Departure storage.
You know what I mean? When you're on that last trip, that real last trip. Are you one of those people that says, I have like friends, like, or that you say, oh yeah, let's just have the last drink, and they're like, well, the second to last, because if you say the last drink, it's like, oh, after this we
You're
out,
implying.
right? So, but I also find it like, yeah, well, but you know what I'm saying, like in the context of things, I'm talking about the last drink tonight. Do you think those people are annoying that are always like trying to like catch you on your wording, like, bro, we're not having our last drink, it's our second to last, because our last drink would be the one that we have before we part ways and we go into the next realm of existence.
Gay.
Right, I also think so. Like calm down, buddy. All right, calm down.
So you'll be the last, because after this, you'll drive home, and then maybe something could happen.
Yeah, it is our last because you will be, driving drunk and you're gonna crash into a deer and that's it. So yeah. Every day I take. So look, I've been thinking.
No, I want you. No, I just want to make this clear. I want to
Yeah.
leave it saved and recorded. If I pass away, whenever that, not if, but when that happens. And wherever you might be, you might be in Spain, anyways, wherever you might be, and you hear the news about me,
The news. This guy.
I want you to play that song, the Milli Vanilli song.
The Vanilli Vanilli, okay.
And then just fucking...
the one from the Menendez Brothers series. I got you.
And then just, you know.
I miss you, baby. Dun, 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 dun. No, I got you.
Just
what?
No, just sue me like that. Just when you hear the news about me, just...
All right. For me, the same.
That's a song.
No, but you gotta come in like with one of those stereos from back in the day. And you just go into what they call it, the wake. You know, when people get to see the person. Right. You come in with the tape recorder and the song. I miss you, baby. I can't stop. I won't want your heart.
You don't have to come to my unaliving event.
Why not?
I mean, you don't have to. Why would you make the travel all the way after I'm gone?
What? Come on, bro. I got you.
Nah, I don't want to be buried.
Okay. No, I'll be there. I'll be there when they barbecue your ass up. Shit, I want to be there. I want to see what that shit smells like.
You want to be in the room.
Yeah. You know, I think in Argentina, I saw this in a movie. They do the wake. They do like an event on the cremation day where like they're there and you see the whole thing go in flames. Maybe I'm making it up, but I saw it in a movie. Yeah, no, you know, Argentinians, they do movies and shit.
They're a big barbecue.
They are.
So it makes sense.
Maybe that's what's up there. You know, they're like, look, God damn it, we like our barbecue. We want to see our own, you know. And then they maybe throw some chinchurria or some like, you know, extra on it. So yeah, I mean, there's many ways to do it, right? What do you think about like this whole, or you know, throw me in the sea? I mean, I don't want to sound crude, but is that gay?
Okay. After I tell you this, you're gonna feel like shit.
Oh fuck! Oh my god, this is gonna be bad.
Just kidding.
Oh yeah, throw it in my face.
My dad, when he passed away, I guess he had told his wife that he wanted to be cremated and then thrown into this mountain that in the city where I grew up, right?
Okay.
El Avila.
El Avila, okay.
So I guess he wanted to be spread there. So she made the trip from where they live in Costa Rica, and then she went to Venezuela and do it. That's okay.
What a piece of shit I am.
And then my grandma, she wanted to be in the ocean, so we went in a boat.
Was in the coast of Miami.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I don't know if that was
now.
No, I don't know if that one's because she asked for it. I think it was like a family thing that we wanted to do it there, not something that she wanted.
Like, we've been wanting to go out on a boat for a minute, and we were like, hey, what if we do a joint event? And sort of, you know. No, I get you.
I don't. It's because my grandma, I remember she was saying like, oh, after I'm dead, just grab my ashes and throw it in the toilet. Like, what are you gonna do with that shit? Okay. And I don't know if my family's like, oh, we're not gonna throw her in the toilet. Let's go at least to the ocean and do it there.
Right.
And my understanding is that it hurts the marine ecosystem.
For real? That's fucked, bro. That's fucked, man. Turtles are choking. Oh my god. That's insane. I didn't know about this shit. Damn, bro, that's crazy. Like, what if like there's an actual damage on a yearly basis of all the human ashes that are thrown into the ocean every year?
Well, just think about how many fish humans have consumed that have...
Right, and then we eat those fishes. God damn it. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. You know, because like, and another thing is that some people, if you're going to do one of these events in the future, hopefully not. I mean, not because... You know what I mean? So it's always important to know the direction of the wind. because
Right.
I heard of an event of somebody in Venezuela that also passed, and he really liked this mountain, right? That like some friends of him will go. So when he passed, they cremated and then they took the ashes to that mountain, and when they threw them, the wind threw it back on everyone's faces. So, so it's important to know
To
about
know the
the
wind, the wind,
yeah, yeah.
where the wind blows.
I think that's a
Um,
song, probably where the wind blows. Where the wind
oh,
blows.
I was gonna say something.
I think
Anyways,
Johnny Depp, he was like a fan of an author that was called, I can't remember the author, but it's the like he wrote the movie or the book that inspired the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I can't remember, John Anderson or some shit. Anyway, some author I don't really like, but apparently people like him. And when he passed, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Depp did like an event for him, which cost like $3 million, where the ashes were thrown up in the sky with fireworks. So what's up with that? Is that gangster or is that a little too much?
I think that's gangster.
That's gangster, right?
Yeah, I'll take that. I wouldn't mind that one.
You know what could be a cool thing? An event like that, like a wake, but it's kind of like a soul reveal. So you have like what's it called? Like, you know, the guy that works at the church, the pope, not the pope, but you know the guy, you know,
The rabbi,
the rabbi or whatever you follow, you
the
know,
reverend,
the reverend, yeah. And he comes through with one of these things, you know, like they use for gender reveal.
the priest.
Yeah, the priest. and he pops the thing, and it could either go white or black. If it goes black, well, you're going to hell's key. And then if it's white, you go to heaven, and you do like a little soul reveal there. And obviously, the priest knows because he knows your soul, and God told him, like on the phone, like before, you know, like, hey, this dude, he's going to Helsinki, and that ain't in Finland. Fuck.
Would you want to know before you die? Sorry, before
No,
you're gone? Like, would you want to know, like, you're going up or you're going down? I don't want to
no.
know.
I
Because
mean,
that's too much to live with.
I don't believe in the ups and downs, right? I don't think they exist. But if they do, I don't want to know. You know, I kind of want it to be a surprise. Like, this is what I want it to be. I think it's kind of like when a lizard goes. It just, you know, the TV turns off. Nothing happens. But I wish it's sort of like, and then you kind of start waking up again, and it's like,
You're a baby.
welcome. Yeah, welcome to Afterlife.
Okay, okay.
And it's
I
this
thought you
whole
were waking up
universe.
as a baby,
No, I mean, that's another theory.
reborn.
Yeah, but then you don't remember. No, I want to remember. I want to remember.
Uh,
Like you go into this afterworld where you don't have to pay for Nintendo games and shit. Like it's just free.
would you want, like, when you go to that
and you
after?
get $5 Little Caesars and the dollar menu on McDonald's and Taco Bell again. That's like the afterlife. I'm thinking.
When you go to the afterlife on your first day as you're walking through the door. So it's a dark room, the door open, it's like white, bright white. And then there's this dude just waiting for you with a big ass folder in his hand. So you open your eyes, you're entering this room of the afterlife. First things in order, this much smaller than you guy with glasses hands you this folder and he says, "This is everything you have done in that previous life from day one until the last day.
Okay.
In this folder, there's all the information of every single day that you lived on that earth or on that planet. You have two choices. Either you can take it and read it or go through it or whatever the fuck, or you can just discard it. It'll be deleted and then there's no more of that.
And then what?
What-
You go into this
You
heaven
get
world.
to go. No,
so
it's just
so is the question is do
it's
I
just
go
like a green room before the next world.
right? But in the
you
next
get-
world, am I choosing if I will remember all of this or not?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's say that will shape who you are in that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think
world.
that the whole point of the afterlife is that you keep being you. So if I don't have those memories, I'm not me anymore. This is why you should watch Severance, because it touches on this point. So if there is an afterlife, I want to bring all the memories and things that I did in this life, because that way I can continue sort of living that life and connecting with people that I love. Who knows if when I'm out there, like, oh, this is your cousin that you never met. He was aborted. Oh, what's up, bro? He goes there too, you know. He's not his fault.
In this folder, there's going to be some pages of, April 10th, you were talking with Mauricio,
right,
on the podcast about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Oklahoma.
and the Oklahoma City bombing.
But then it will go back to like July 4th, 2005.
But it's just like a room where I have a screen and it's just going through the memory.
No, you cannot. You can't watch it. You have to read it.
What that's too long. It's gonna be boring.
All right, you'll watch it. There's like a DVD player. Since you like DVD.
A DVD player. I like that. And you have to physically go through like the different DVDs for the different years.
Right. 2001.
It's not easy. Like just click. No, it takes time.
It's not seasons how you were watching in Netflix.
Like you
would have to stand up and watch. And
you could go like, change. Let me put 24th of December 1995.
Right.
And you put it like, oh shit, my mom was getting beat up. This is fuck. Take it out.
How old were you there? Let's say 10. So it'll be season 10, episode 364.
Right. I like it. You're using the 365.
Right.
Okay, for sure. Okay.
But then you'll have to know, like, what happened on my birthday when I was 8, and Uncle Martinez.
Uncle Martinez, obviously, diddled me. Hey, so what do you think about the astronomy? Were you ever into it?
I'm into it now.
You're into it now.
I'm into it now, and I was into it before, but not enough. But now I am much more.
I was just about to tell you, like, that's pretty gay.
Oh.
So I'm actually very interested in learning how it is that you got back into this. Wow. All right. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay. I was not expecting the gay part. I thought you were going to be happy that I was, because you were into it too.
So how is it that you're into astronomy now, and when did you get into it again?
I think you didn't hear me. I was just saying, like, I thought I wasn't expecting the gay part. I thought you were into it too, so we were going to have a nice conversation about it, but you called me gay for it. I
mean, we can still have a nice conversation about it, but yeah, it is a little
astronomy, the stars, the planets. Yes, I'm into that shit.
No, that's oh, fuck.
Oh, astronomy.
No, I am into astronomy. That's fucked. No, that's not gay.
Astrology.
I'm retarded, man. I'm sorry.
I'm retarded. It's astrology. You said astronomy. No, I'm not into astronomy.
No, wait.
Astronomy is not the science?
Okay, so what I meant to say was astrology, which is the signs. Like, I'm Leo, you're Sagittarius. But I mistakenly said astronomy, which was the wrong thing to say, because I do like astronomy, which is the stars and the planets and all the science. So astrology was what I was meaning to say. Do you like it? Do you believe in it? What do you think of it? Astrology is a thing where, like, I'm Sagittarius and I have a moon rising on Leo, and because you're Pisces, we don't match.
That's astrology.
Right. What do you think of that?
Gay.
I'm sorry. It's gay, right?
Okay.
Now, I remember I used to like it when I was younger.
They said... I remember when I was a child listening to the radio, and then in the morning shows there would be like a 5-minute segment, and then they would read everybody's horoscope.
Right.
And I think it was very vague.
Right. Like, it was very like any life could
smile
fit.
Today. The fuck?
This week you're gonna make a decision that's gonna make you reflect about your life, and then you actually would search for that decision so that you can fit it in the pattern.
And then there was people like Walter Mercado.
Walter Mercado in the Spanish world.
Marta Mercado.
No, but it's funny because there's a lot of. I think people still like it these days, and it still has
Oh,
following.
it's very big now.
Oh, really?
I think it's bigger. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. When I first started working in this place I'm working at now, one of the first things I was asked by another cook was, "What's my sign?"
Damn, that's a red flag that you're about to be hit on by a gay man in San Francisco.
Well, it was a gay woman.
Okay, so I wasn't far away. Okay,
You were far from it. And as I said mine, she's like, "Oh, so yeah."
So we're not gonna get along
basically.
because you see, I'm a Sagittarius.
A lot of people ask about that at work, and it's weird.
That's fucking weird. Where the fuck do you work? Are you in a Kundalini spa? What the fuck is it? Okay, so and then what sign are you? If you believed in
Scorpio.
it. Okay, and you said Scorpio. She's like, shh, that's Trump's sign.
That's Trump vibes. Yeah, like it gave her some sort of red flagging, I guess. For me, the red flag was that she was asking me that.
Yeah, that's a red flag right there.
And
if you're over 25 and you're asking what my sign is.
But I think it's big now. Like a lot of people, at least in this city, go through that shit.
In San Francisco. Because it's kind of like a replacement to religion, right? It's like a spiritualism.
Yeah.
Sort of looking within. Yeah. I remember as a kid, like getting into it. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I was just doing it to get girls. Because there was like a lot of girls in it.
Girl.
So I like to meet girls and I'll be like, what sign are you? And she'd be like, oh, I'm Sagittarius. And I'm like, oh, really? Because I'm a Leo. And technically speaking, we're meant to be because we're the most compatible signs. So actually, you should, lick my diddly. She's like, what? What? I'm like, it's the signs. Or if there were a sign that was incompatible, I would be like, oh, really? So you're Aries. We shouldn't really mix, but hey, I'm feeling a little wild. So let's see, let's challenge each other. Let's see if our uncompatible signs can still mix and sort of get something out of them. I got gonorrhea.
Now, I do think that certain behaviors do align with certain signs. So right now I can't really think one off the top of my head. Like, oh, Scorpios are very stubborn, for example. Or I don't know if it's Scorpio. Anyways, Scorpios are very introverted. And I meet other Scorpios and they do tell me, the same. Certain behaviors. I mean, I'm not saying everybody in the world is the same, but maybe you find these people that...
I used to find a lot of that because I'm Leo. Like here, I'm like trashing on it, and now like we're literally talking about it because like I'm Leo, right? So like when I'm doing my nails, no, but I would meet people and they're like Leo, and they're like, oh, so we're like this and like this, like that, and now and like this and like this and like that, and but then I also think because we want to find something that's like a tribe that connects us to other people through a higher thing. So that's why astrology or anything that like. Oh, really? So like that? Also like the Chinese year, or the year of the rat, the year of the dragon. What year are you? Oh, I'm the fucking snake. Does that mean I'm cool and like I move, or I'm a snake because I'm a traitor? I'm fucking Judas. So you just want to connect. But I remember like being like, oh yeah, Leos, we're like this and like that. But now I'm like, maybe I was just fitting it into my personality, and you could just do that with any of them. So I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to know. But now that I'm older, I don't know, I've become more and more agnostic. Like, I mean, I was never really religious, after what happened with the priest when I was 10. But I used to kind of be more like an atheist, like, yeah, nothing happens, shut up. And now I'm more like, I don't really care what people believe. And I'm not even an atheist anymore because I don't really know what happens. Like, being an atheist means for certain nothing happens. And I don't think that. I just don't know. So I'm more like a little, spiritual butterfly going through the world.
Are you 89 or 90?
89.
So you are the snake.
I am the snake? Year of the snake? God
snake.
damn it.
What is the year of the snake personality? Mysterious, charismatic, intuitive, calm, strategic, positive, wise, determined, intelligent, goal-oriented, responsible, and graceful.
Fuck. Now I hear that and I want to think, fuck yeah.
I'm everything.
I'm all of that, of course. But then, I don't know, maybe you could fit that into any personality. But I get why it gets you sort of excited because it's sort of, you see what's happening here with both, like this, the Chinese one, you're probably reading yours and thinking, oh, fuck, what does yours say? What are you, the year of the rat?
Fuck you, man. I'm the year of the dragon.
Fuck, that's gangster. That's like the best one.
Personality traits: charismatic, intelligent,
okay,
confident, powerful, and they are naturally lucky and gifted. Lively, intellectual, energetic, and excitable.
Damn, I think you're none of that.
None of them.
So you're a dragon and a Scorpio. So that's gotta mean something. So, but do you see, like, even if it's fake, how it like gets you thinking, like, oh yeah, of course, yeah, I'm powerful and shit, yeah, I'm like a snake, I'll kill you, I'll bite you, and you're like a dragon, yeah, Dracarys.
Scorpio. Scorpios are known for their intensity, passion, loyalty, and determination. You see, I think I do align more into this.
Okay, so do you think it's just, the Chinese is just, it's not correct? It's
Let's
just more
see.
Propaganda.
Let's see.
It's just communist propaganda. That's all it is. You think that's more like Xi Jinping and the astrology, the zodiac signs are more like, Western. It fits more with you. You're more like a Scorpio.
Leo personality traits.
Okay.
Loyal, generous, creative, competitive, confident, dramatic, honest, natural leader, charismatic, domineering, egotistical,
dominatrix,
self-centered, vain, warm, bold.
I mean, it's like saying every description. But it's crazy because I hear it and I see myself already doing like, okay, yeah, no, actually, how this fits. So I mean, it could be that it's true, but just if you're walking around and you get to meet me, right? Like, let's say you're walking around Madrid and you have the privilege of seeing me walk as well.
Seeing you walk,
and for some reason that day I'm not in the limousine, right? I'm walking like a mortal,
right.
And you see me. Don't come up to me and be like, oh, what's up, Kiko? I really like what you do. What's your sign? Because that's a sign for you to get the fuck away from me.
If you were a celebrity, would you like to take pictures with people?
Yeah, I think if you're a celebrity, you have to. That's the price you pay, right? Now, it is true that if you're Leo DiCaprio, Dua Lipa, Sydney Sweeney type famous, that's gotta get annoying because you cannot even have a life.
Sydney Sweeney.
Is what? Sydney Sweeney? Sydney Sweeney, I said?
Tweenie.
I don't know why I just think Tweenie. And, but it would be perfect if you're like an indie musician, which is what I'm shooting for. I mean, aside from our amazing podcast, but we just want 100K. After that, we're closing it. I mean, not closing it like no more people can join. No, I'm just kidding. But like if like only your people know you, you go outside, nobody knows you. That's the perfect sort of thing, Like, what's cool when you're famous at something, and the people in that circle love you for it, but when you're outside of that circle, nobody knows you. And that happens, for example, in certain weird sports, like if you're a chess player, right? There's this guy called Magnus Carlsen from Norway. It's like this chess player. he's become a little more mainstream, but if you're a chess player and you see him, you're like, oh, fuck, that's that dude. But if you don't play chess, you just see him at, Chipotle, you're like, okay. Just another person here. Like, I play, this weird video games from like 20 years ago, Warcraft and shit. Nobody knows them outside of it, but if you go in a tournament, you're like, damn, that's a Russian kid that's like autistic and never loses. And that's just facts of the game. I'm not, No, you're gonna say something. Sorry.
No. I'm thinking about the question, the celebrity status. What if you were like a Brad Pitt?
Yeah, that's gotta be annoying, right? You can't do that because I like doing normal shit. Sometimes,
because it's normal.
No, but he can't go to the supermarket.
He can't do that shit.
And going to the supermarket, it's an experience that you gotta continue to have.
Do you? I don't know if you've seen this. Kim Kardashian needed to go to the DMV.
I saw
and they closed down the DMV for her.
What?
They closed down the DMV for her.
Oh shit! In California.
And then she had like her team of makeup do her makeup right before the fucking photo, and then they took the photos like, oh, can we take it again? And the lady's like, no.
She said no.
Right, because they were. I'm guessing if she wanted to take another photo, they could have. But she's like giving you the DMV treatment of
okay.
not being able.
So she wants to be like, oh, you see, guys, like all of you, I also only have one shot at the picture, and if it comes out ugly, I'm fucked just like you. Except I rented the whole DMV for myself, so that contradicts, the whole thing.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay. No, that's nice.
But I wouldn't want to be someone like that, where you can't do the.
Yeah.
No, that level of
if
celebrity.
You want to one day do the dirty dirts and go to Taco Bell and have a gordita, a gordita
chicken
crunch.
Gordita wrap.
Chicken gordita crunch. You want to be able to do that and nobody know who you are. They're just like, who's that weird guy? And they don't know.
Right.
You're
because if you get to that level, you gotta ask your assistant to do it,
and that's annoying. You know what I was thinking the other day too? I don't even like the idea of making enough money where you have like personnel in your house, like a staff. Because now I have people roaming around my personal life.
Right.
So it's like I was thinking.
Did you grow up with a staff when you were growing up?
I mean, I had a lady for a while. I wouldn't call it a staff, but yeah.
She was part of the staff.
We had a lady. My mom was reminding me that when I was getting older, we had this other lady that was actually kind of hotsies, kind of sweetie-tweenies.
No way.
Yeah, but I was too young. But now I think about it, I'm like, damn, I should have been,
No, and now maybe you find a picture of her, and then you look at her, you're like, what was I looking at her? Like, she's not your type.
But back then...
Right, back then you're like thinking this is the most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I remember thinking, Damnskis. Right. This would be the title of a adult film. But anyways, okay, so Chef Maurice is directly from San Francisco. We're on every platform. Please share it. Please like it. Leave comments. Critiques. We actually prefer critiques. Hey, I didn't like this, you fucking retard. Oh, okay, shit. We take that in. Feedback. We take it through management, HR, and then it comes back to us, and we're able to, evolve based on that critique. You like it? Tell us what you like the most so that we can do more of that. Where you can follow us? Well, we're everywhere. Instagram, every social. You can download the podcast on Spotify, iTunes. You can just go to kikocervantes.com. It's there. Pirate Bay is back. Yeah, we're there too. LimeWire. Oh, I hear BearShare is making a comeback. Napster. Yeah, we're there. San Francisco. Where can they see us? You go to Chef Maurice's house. He'll play it in his living room with his family. You can watch it with him there.
I live at 1-4.
We'll leave it in the description. And if you're in Madrid, let me know. We can chill, but don't ask me for my sign. Okay? Even though I'm a Leo, just know that, but don't ask me about it. Take care, everybody. Peace.